fruit, it is meant for protection and purpose of the seed. Okay, see how it is protecting the seed. See, that seed is formed by ovule and fruit is formed by ovary. Ovary is surrounding the ovule. Inside the fruit, there is presence of seed. That means seeds are enclosed in fruits. That is the point. As seeds are enclosed inside the fruits, that fruits are protecting the seeds. At the same time, fruits are responsible for dispersal of the seed. Just to take example, many birds are eating many fruits and seeds are dispersed to many areas. So why birds are eating fruit? The fruit has a food reserve. As the fruits have food reserve, birds are taking that fruit as a food, and the seeds are partially digestive. We can say not digestive inside the bird. As birds cannot digest the seed, that the seed is dispersed to many areas. Not only that, fruits, when they are taken by water by floating, the fruits like a coconut or some plants will produce the fruits, that the fruits may be floating. As the fruits are floating, the fruits are carrying the seed to new area. That is important. Okay, coming to seed, that I will describe points again. This is seed. As seed matures, integments of the seed. What are integments of the seed? Ovule integments like outer integument and inner integument, which are modified into testa and tegmen. They will become hard and dry. Integments will become hard and dry, and they give seed coats. These seed coats are responsible for protection of embryo present inside the seed. The embryo which is present inside the seed is protected by seed coats. Seed coats, there is two seed coats. There are two seed coats called pus, testa and tegmen. Okay, see here, at the same time, seed is responsible for germination of a new plant, right? As seed is germinating, it will give new plants. Especially the micropyle of ovule will modify into what? Seed pore. Seed pore, and it is responsible for absorption of water and even entry of gases. Gases will enter the seed through seed pore. At the same time, water is also taken by the micropyle. It facilitates what? The seed pore which is developed from the micropyle of the ovule is facilitating the entry of water and air. Especially air means what is gases? The gas, especially oxygen, which is responsible for respiration in the seeds. Seeds carry out respiration before the germination. The germinating seeds have high rate of respiration. So entry of oxygen and water into the embryo of seed is facilitated with the help of seed pore. Okay, see here, this is development. As I told you, as seed matures, integments become hard and dry. That will develop into seed coat. At the same time, as seed matures, whenever seed is maturing, there is a loss of water. Water content is reduced. Water content is reduced inside the embryo. Water content is reduced in embryo, and seed becomes relatively dry. Maximum it will get a dry condition. Just 1 second, please. As the seed is maturing, the water content which is present in the embryo will decrease. It will get reduced and seed will become relatively dry, almost dry condition of seed it will get. That too, what is the water content present in this matured seed means 10 to 15% of water is present when embryo is matured. So embryo has water, water has very important role in seed germination. That water content of seed will be get reduced to 10 to 15% inside the embryo. Why? Because if water content is more, then embryo will get damaged. Seed viability may be less. Okay. As the seed matures, water content is reduced inside the embryo and embryo becomes relatively dry. That to 10 to 15% of water will be remaining inside the embryo. That is one point. And at the same time, metabolic activities of seed, metabolic activities of embryo will decrease or will slow down, because whenever seed is dispersed, it should germinate when it is reaching the earth. When it reaches earth, then only it should germinate. If metabolic activities are high active, that embryo may be consumed. Food reserve which is present inside the seed may be get damaged. So to be active, that means to maintain the food reserve present inside the seed or embryo, metabolic activities are slowed down. As metabolic activities are slowed down, then embryo will be remain active for long time. Okay, where embryonal activity is becoming reduced, that condition is called as what? Inactive state called dormancy. Embryo may enter an inactive state of particular time. An inactive state. That inactive state called as what? Seed dormancy. Almost every seed will enter a dormant condition or dormancy. Because immediately when seed is released from plants, immediately it is not ready to germinate. It will enter a dormant condition where embryo is inactive. Once the dormancy is overcome, then the seed will germinate. Okay, this is the process. See here, or if favorable conditions are there, then dormancy will overcome and seed will germinate. If favorable conditions are present, then seed will get all the favorable conditions and they will germinate. Seeds germinate. What are the favorable conditions? Means seed germination. In seed germination, in detail, we will see that germination of seed. For the germination of seed, there is requirement of some environmental conditions like temperature, water, oxygen, water, temperature. Some seeds may require light also, but usually light is not required for seed germination. So that factors we will see. If all favorable conditions are present, what are favorable conditions like temperature, water, oxygen, then seeds will germinate. This is the these are some points regarding the fate or significance of seed. See, here now we'll go for dispersal. Many fruits, they will disperse seeds in many process. Many fruits have dispersal mechanism of seed. What is that dispersal mechanism of seed means? Yeah, these are evolved for the dispersal of seed. Many fruits are evolved for the dispersal of seed. That means to distribute the seed from one area to another area, these have some processes or mechanism. Take some example. Coconut plant is there. Coconut fruit. If water is there, it will float on water. Float on water, and it will take that seed from one place to another place. That is one point. Coconut fruit adaptation, that is called as what? Adaptation. I told you that coconut fruits have an adaptation for the dispersal of seed by floating the fruit on water. Okay. See, some plants like what we can say, that plant name is tiger claw. Tiger claw. Plant name is tiger claw. That is also called as Mathenia. This Mathenia plant fruit, it will catch into animal body. That will get attached to animal body, and the seeds are taken for very long distance, and the seeds will get dispersed. That is one point. Okay. Here, if we see some cereals, cereals means not only cereals means what? Pigeon pea, cowpeas. Not only that, even ficus, guava. In ficus and guava, fruits are eaten by birds. Fruits are eaten by birds, but seeds will not fully digested. Seeds will not fully digest. They partially digest. Seeds will not fully digest. That, and it will undergoing partially digest. That ruptures seed coat and disperse it to new areas. See, in plants like a ficus, guava, birds are eating the fruits of ficus and guava. Ficus, guava plants. Hard seed coat is there now. Due to presence of hard seed coats, birds can digest the fruits, but seed is not getting digested. Especially the seed coat which is present in the seed of ficus and guava, that seed coat will be ruptured. It is not fully digested. It is ruptured. Seed coats are ruptured because seed coat is very hard. Okay, if seed coat is very hard, that will not germinate easily. So when a bird is taking the digestive enzymes which are present in bird intestine, that will rupture the seed coats, but it will not digest the seed fully. Only seed coats are ruptured. If seed coats are ruptured, seed outer coat and inner coat are there. If they are ruptured, then the seeds can germinate very effectively or easily. Seeds can germinate easily when seed coat is ruptured. Okay, this is one advantage, and that birds will take, and the birds will disperse the seeds through fecal matter. When birds are dispersing these seeds through fecal matter to new areas, in the new areas, the seeds will germinate and develop new plants. This is the point. Okay. At the same time, the fruits will attract some animals or birds with the presence of reserved food material. Fruits attract the animals by providing food. fruits attract animals by providing food. So these animals, I told you, cowpeas. The cowpeas are plants which are producing some seeds. That cowpeas may be taken by some animals, not only animals, birds also. As that animals are attracted towards the food of that food is or fruits are eaten by the animals, but animals cannot digest the seed present inside that fruit. So then through fecal matter of the animal, so by dung of the animal, that seeds are dispersed to new areas. Okay, that is about dispersal of the seed. If you see the size of seed shows great variation. Size of seed is varying greatly between species. From one plant to another plant, there is a great variation. One second, please. Size of seed may vary from one plant to another plant. They may have very small size to very large size. If you see, what is the smallest seed? Smallest seed is seen in orchids. In orchids, we can find the smallest seed which has 85 micrometer of diameter and 0.81 micrograms weight. Smallest seed is present in orchids. Okay, in orchids, this is the smallest seed, and seeds are produced in very large number in a single fruit. A single fruit will produce very large number of seeds. In that, the seed has 80 micrometers of diameter, 85 micrometers of diameter, and 0.81 micrograms of weight. That is the smallest seed. Okay, and what is the largest seed? Largest seed is seen in double coconut. Double coconut. Double coconut is also called as Lodoicea maldivica. That scientific name is not needed here. This is a Lodoicea maldivica, which is called as a double coconut. It will produce a seed of 30 centimeters length and 18 kilograms weight. 30 centimeters length and 18 kg weight. 30 centimeters length is there in the seed of double coconut, and the same seed has 18 kilograms of weight. Okay, so this is the smallest seed. Seed size is varying. All seeds do not have same size. They may vary in the sizes. That is important point. Okay, and if we see importance of seed, these seeds are basis of our agriculture. Copy this point, then I will continue. Can I erase the board? Okay, completed. Thank you. Seeds are very important. They are the basis of agriculture. Seeds only we can sow on land and will develop new plants. And with the help of new plants only we can produce some more yield, the production. Okay. Seeds are basis of agriculture. Seeds are very important. With the help of seeds only, we can produce more number of plants and we can increase the yield, and this is responsible for to obtain sufficient food for the growing population. As the population is growing on earth, we need to provide more food to all the people. So to provide enough food to all the people, the seeds are very important. With the help of seeds, we can develop new plants and we can produce more amount of food. And the storage of seeds are there, no? Storage of seeds. This storage of seeds, with the help of this storage, we can store the food for a long time. But this storage of seeds is depending on dehydration of seed, dehydration and dormancy of seed. Dehydration and dormancy of seed is, these two are very important for the storing the seed. How they are very important means, see here, if we carry out proper dehydration, what is the relative water content in matured seed after drying of embryo? I told you 10 to 15% is there. If that 10 to 15% water content is there, then embryo will be survived for long time. If water content is more than that 10 to 15%, embryo will lose its viability. That means its function will be lost. At the same time, if water content is very less than that relative water content in dry seed, that also damages embryo. More or very low water content inside the embryo will damage the embryo of the seed and seed will get damaged. Dormancy of seed, this is also very important for storing the food or seed. If seeds are dormant for very long time, then we can store the seed for a very long time. We can use the seed as a food for a long time. If dormancy is very less, we cannot store them for long time. That is the point. As dehydration and dormancy are set correct, we can use the seeds as a food for long period, even there is no agriculture. By agriculture only we are providing food. Okay, if we provide seeds in one season for in very large quantity, even next season if there is no agriculture, we can store the food or seeds which we produced in previous culture, previous season, that we can use for very long time. That is important point. So seeds which can be used throughout the year, also even there is no cropping or there is no agriculture, seeds can be used as food and seeds can preserve for long time and they can be used for agriculture for next season also. That is very important point. And if you see viability of seed, what is viability? Viability of seed means each and every seed or each and every embryo of every seed has a capacity to germinate and establish into plants. That is called as viability. Viability is the ability of seed to germinate, the ability of seed to retain cover of germination and establish into seedling. When all conditions are favorable, then seeds will germinate, I told you. See, immediately after the dispersal of the seed from fruit, the seed will enter an inactive state called as dormancy. In dormancy, metabolic activities are slowed down. In dormancy, seed will not germinate. That is the point. Okay. If metabolic activities are slowed down, once dormancy is attained, once dormancy is present in the seed, then how the dormancy will overcome? With the help of viability, the dormancy will overcome. Even seed is dormant or inactive for a long time, once favorable conditions are restored, then it will get the ability to retain power of germination. It will regain or retain the power of germination. That power of germination, what we call is viability. This viability is nothing but retain the power of germination over period of time. That viability is for a period of time. A period of time means for some long time the seeds may have viability, but for a very long time viability may present, means that may possible or may not possible. That viability of seeds is depending on, or that viability depends on what methods of seed storage, methods of seed preservation. If methods means what we call conditions of seed preservation. If seeds are preserved in very good condition, then the seed will retain the viability for very long time. If seed preservation conditions are not good, then the seed viability may lose within short period. Just to take some example. Okay, the members who are from agriculture families, you can understand. Suppose if we produce paddy, rice, the rice which is produced in one season, we can use the same paddy or rice for the next cropping. For that, what we need to do? We need to preserve the paddy in a suitable preservation condition. What is that suitable preservation condition? Maximum number of seeds are well preserved in dry and cold condition. Dry and cold condition. Dry means there is no water. If water is there, then embryo will germinate. Embryo will get damaged. So dry condition is there. Cold condition. Cold means temperature is less, but water is not available. As the temperature is less, the dormancy can be prolonged for a long time and viability can be extended for a very long time. So for what is the better preservation method means cold and dry condition. Dry and cold condition is well suitable for the preservation of seed. Okay, here the seeds may show difference in viability. Seeds show difference in viability. Some seeds may lose viability within 1 month, or some seeds may viable for a very long time, even years also. Okay, viability, I will keep this sentence. Some seeds will lose viability within months. Within 1 month or 2 months, viability may lose. If it is stored for a very long time, then it will not grow. Seeds of many plants, they are viable for years. Majority of plants will produce seeds which are viable for years, 1 year, 2 years. Even some plants will produce several thousands years also. There are several records of very old seeds. Very old seeds. There are several records. Especially there are 2 species, lupine and Phoenix dactylifera. Lupine tree. This lupine tree was found in the areas of Arctic tundra. It is seen in Arctic tundra and it was excavated. That means it is found in Arctic tundra and its seed was recorded about 12,000 years of viability. The seed of this plant, lupine tree, in Arctic tundra was recorded that seed can be viable for 12,000 years. Even 12,000 years, that is active. That is active for 12,000 years means even after 12,000 years, it can germinate. 12,000, no, 10,000. Another one is 2,000. Lupine tree, which is found in Arctic tundra, that is viable for 10,000 years. Another plant, Phoenix dactylifera. Phoenix dactylifera is seen in King Herod Palace. King Herod Palace of Dead Sea. In Dead Sea area, in the palace of King Herod, there was a species called as a Phoenix dactylifera. This Phoenix dactylifera seed is viable for 2,000 years. 2,000 years. For 2,000 years, the plant seed is viable. That means even after 2,000 years, it can germinate. Not only that, even present days, Nelambu. Nelambu means what? Lotus. This Nelambu seed is viable for 1,000 years. This lupine tree, which is excavated from Arctic tundra, and Phoenix dactylifera, which is excavated from King Herod Palace of Dead Sea, they have a long viable period. It has a 10,000 years of viable period. It has a 2,000 years of viable period. Even Nelambu also has a 1,000 years of viable period. What is this viable period? That means if lupine tree is producing a seed, that seed is viable for 10,000 years. Even after 10,000 years, the same seed, when it is getting proper conditions like the soil, water, appropriate temperature and oxygen, that seed will germinate into new plants. That is what we can say. Okay, and the seed viability is depending on what? Methods of seed preservation. Okay, excessive dry or damp weather will spoil the seed. Excessive dry or damp or high temperature. Excessive weather means high temperature only, even more water. Excessive dry or damp, that means where there is presence of salinity. Okay, that means water. Or high temperature, they will reduce viability of seed. Seed viability is reduced by excess water or excess dry condition. If water is very less available, then seed will damage. That means the seed should maintain that water 10 to 15% at any condition. If temperature is more high, that should be maintained. That means if we dry the seeds, after harvesting of crop, we will dry the seeds for some time. Okay, that drying is preferable up to some time only. If they are dried excessively, then there is a loss of water fully. Fully water is lost means they will become fully dry. Once they become fully dry, then the seed will lose viability and seed will not damage. Okay, copy this. Then we go for types of seed germination. Some questions came. What is dormancy? Dormancy I will explain. Dormancy, we didn't go to dormancy topic till now. Once I complete types of seed germination, then we will go for the dormancy. They may long live. Yes, they can live for a very long time. Trees produced by old seeds. Yes, they can complete. They can live for a very long time. Then, see, seed germination. How seeds will germinate? One thing, see, seed germination. Seed germination. What is seed germination? Seed germination is a process where there is establishment as of seed into seedling. It is, what is seed? Seed is what? Ovule which is fertilized. Fertilized megasporangium, we can say seed. What is seed? Fertilized, integumented megasporangium. Particularly this seed is called as fertilized integumented megasporangium. Is called a seed. Okay, this seed has the capacity to germinate. It will develop a new seedling. Okay, see here, as it is fertilized, we can say this seed is a sexual propagule. What is propagule? Propagule means which is undergoing reproduction and which is developing a new plant. That is called as propagule. This propagule we came across in vegetative reproduction. In vegetative reproduction, plants are grown with the help of the vegetative pots, which is a type of asexual reproduction. That the pots of plants which are developing the new plants by the vegetative body of plant are called as vegetative propagule. Propagule means which gives a new plant. That is vegetative propagule. But here seed is considered as sexual propagule because it is the result of syngamy or sexual reproduction, and it is responsible for the development of new plants. After fertilization, this is developed. As a fertilization and syngamy or sexual reproduction is involved, this is called what? Sexual reproduction, a product of sexual reproduction, and that seed is responsible for the development of new seedling or new plants. So it is called vegetative propagule. Okay, here in this vegetative propagule, sexual propagule, this seed will germinate and form a seedling. A seedling is formed when the embryo of the seed is germinated and there is formation of a shoot system and root system. Then the process is called as what? Seed germination. Seed germination is nothing but the activation and the growth of embryo present inside the seed during favorable condition into a seedling. What is this? Activation. That means when favorable conditions are there. What are favorable conditions? I told you, when water, temperature, soil, oxygen, everything is there. At that time, embryo will get activated and it will grow. Growth of embryo into a seedling in favorable conditions. When conditions are favorable, then the embryo of the seed will undergo activation. Why it is undergoing activation? Before this seed germination, seeds entered or embryo entered as an inactive state called dormancy. So when favorable conditions are there, seeds will overcome the dormancy. So this is called as what? Activation. Activation and the growth of embryo. Embryo will grow. What happens? Cell division takes place. Metabolism takes place and cell division takes place. With the help of metabolism and cell division, embryo will develop. What embryo has a radicle and plumule. The radicle and plumule which are present in embryo, they will grow into root system and shoot system and establishing a seedling. Seedling. This process is called what? Germination. This is called seed germination. Okay. Normally, this seeds are produced by what? Which plants are producing seeds? Tell me. Yeah, integumented megasporangia. Which plants are producing seeds? Tell me, anyone. What are the plants that can produce seed? Yeah, angiosperms and gymnosperms. What are the angiosperms and gymnosperms? Angiosperms and gymnosperms, as they are developing the seed, they are called what? Spermatophytes. The plants which can produce seeds are called as what? Spermatophytes. This spermatophytes will develop seed. What are spermatophytes? The spermatophytes include gymno and angio. Gymno and angiosperms are spermatophytes. That's why they are called as gymnosperm, angiosperm, because they are producing a sexual propagule called as what? Spermato means they are what? Seed producing plant. Gymnosperms, a type of seed producing plant. Angiosperms are those which are producing that. Okay. See this. What are the stages that are taking place during sexual reproduction? Sorry, during seed germination. Complete that, then we'll go for the stages of seed germination. Yeah, completed. Thank you. Stages of seed germination, or the process of seed germination, or we can say that stages as physiological changes which are taking place during seed germination. Physiological changes means what are the metabolic changes? First, seeds absorb water. Seeds absorb water. What is the process that is responsible for entry of water into seed? Seed is dry material. Dry material will absorb water by a process called imbibition. In physiology, we discussed imbibition. Seeds will absorb water. Okay. Someone said cryptogams. Nora, cryptogams are not. Phanerogams, flowering plants. Seeds will absorb water by imbibition and swell. As seeds are dry material, the dry material will absorb water. As water is absorbed into dry material will get swollen. That is first step. Especially seeds will absorb water from where? Especially they will get water from soil. When seeds are getting water from soil, by imbibition, the seeds will swell. As water is present, water is there now. In presence of water, hydrolytic enzymes. Hydrolytic enzymes activate. They will be activated. What are the hydrolytic enzymes? Hydrolytic enzymes means the enzymes which are responsible for the degradation of the food material. Seeds have embryo and endosperm. Especially embryo have a reserved food, endosperm also has a reserved food. That whenever the hydrolytic enzymes means which are responsible for the breakdown of reserved food of reserved food of carbohydrate or protein. So whenever the activation of these enzymes, the activated enzymes will break down the carbohydrate like starch or any other proteins which are present in the seed. So as the food material is broken down, what will happen? Reserved food or complex food is broken into simple form. What is the complex food? Complex food may be reserved food like polysaccharides. The polysaccharides include what? Starch or any other thing. That was broken down into simple form. Simple form means like sugar. Example of this breakdown. Starch into sugar. Or if proteins are there, that the proteins may get broken down into amino acids. Like that, the reserved food material which is present in seed is broken down into soluble and active solutions. Okay, then the food material, embryo absorbs simple form of food. Sugars are there now. When sugars are broken down, that broken sugars will be absorbed by the embryo. As food is absorbed, then it will undergo cell division. Cell division is taking place and embryo will be grown. Embryo will grow. Cell division and growth of embryo will take place. Embryo is taken, embryo is divided and grown means the size of embryo will increase. At the same time, whenever there is growth of embryo, there is absorption of air and light. Air and light are entered embryo through seed pore. Through the seed pore, there is entry of air. Air means what? Here oxygen only, majorly oxygen. Oxygen and light will enter the seed. As air is available, then aerobic respiration will increase. Aerobic respiration will increase. What is respiration? Respiration is a process of exchange of gases, along with there is a release of energy. Reserved food material is undergoing broken down in respiration. Glycolysis, the TCA cycle, like that, the process are taking place. So in presence of air and light, that aerobic respiration process is increased. As a result, there is high metabolic rate. Okay. So what will happen? The cells what are formed here, next step, new cells will elongate. The new cells which are formed during cell division, the cells will increase in size. Then whenever the cells are elongating and with the help of differentiation, next step, radical gives roots and plumule gives shoot. As the radical is giving root and plumule is giving shoot, then there is formation of new seedling. Then it is said to be germination of seed. Seed is said to be germinated now. Which cell divides? Total cells present in embryo will divide. All the cells present in embryo. What are the parts of embryo? Embryo has plumule, radical, epicotyle, hypocotyle. All will divide and grow. Cotyledons are there now. Cotyledons are consumed. Cotyledons have reserved food material that is consumed. What happened to cotyledon? Cotyledon will get consumed. Okay. Copy these steps. Seed germination. Types of seed germination. There are 3 types. The third one I will repeat after this. I will explain you. What is epigeial seed germination means? When seed is present under the ground, upon the germination of seed, hypocotyle will elongate. As hypocotyle is elongating, root system is elongating, what will happen? Growth of hypocotyle is very rapid or vigorous. So that cotyledons will come above the ground. So upon seed germination, if cotyledons come above the ground, that type of seed germination is called as epigeial seed germination, which is due to elongation of the hypocotyle. Hypocotyle elongates and it will bring cotyledons above the ground. That is epigeial. This is seen in castor, beans and cucurbits. Coming to this hypogeial seed germination, when seed is germinating, epicotyle, the first shoot, root is not elongating, shoot or stem is more elongating. As stem is more elongating, shoot system will come above the ground and root and seed will be present below the ground itself. Cotyledons will not come above the ground. Cotyledons will remain under the ground. That type of seed germination is called hypogeial seed germination. This is due to elongation of epicotyle. This is seen in pea plants and maize plants. Third one is viviparous seed germination. We already know viviparity. What is vivipary? Seed will germinate when it is attached to main plants. In mangrove plants, we told you vivipary seed, fruits are produced and that fruit will germinate. Seed germinates even when it is attached to plants. That is called what? Vivipary. Seed germination when fruit is still attached to plants. Normally when seed will germinate? Seed will germinate when seed is dispersed from fruit and when seed is present or available on this soil, then seed will germinate. But in some plants, there is germination of seed inside the fruit when fruit is still attached to main plant. Fruit is not separated from the main plant. But when the fruit is still attached to main plant or mother plant, that will germinate. Seed will germinate. This is also called what? Aerial germination. Because seed is germinating inside in air only. It is not germinating on soil. Okay. Especially we discussed this type of germination in morphology. In mangroves, this takes place. What are mangroves? Mangroves are plants which are living in high saline areas. When water has more salinity, I told you what respiratory roots are produced in mangrove plants like Rhizophus, Avicennia. In Avicennia and Rhizophus, there is development of respiratory roots which are also called as the pneumatophores. In that plant, we can find viviparous seed germination. Why? Because if seeds are detached from the fruit and if seeds are fall down, these plants are living in high saline areas. Salinity is more. As that is high saline area and water is there, that seeds will get damaged. To avoid that, seeds will germinate when it is still attached to mother plants. That type of seed germination is called viviparous seed germination. Copy that. Then we will go for factors affecting seed germination. See, water as a factor. See, water as a factor of seed germination. What is the role of water in seed germination means? I told you, what is the role of water? Water is responsible for activation of hydrolytic enzymes. It is responsible for activation of enzymes. When water is there, the hydrolytic enzymes which are present in seed will hydrolyze the reserve food. That reserve food will be converted into simple form. That simple form is metabolized through respiration and energy is released. So, what it activates the enzyme which digests the reserved food material into simple form. That is one point. And it maintains turgidity also. It maintains turgidity. Turgidity means availability of water. Turgid. So water is there inside the cell means cell will become more turgid and cells will elongate. Turgidity and cell elongation. As inside the cell there is more turgidity, cells will elongate faster than normal. So these are the functions of water. So water is a must. If there is no water, seeds will not germinate. Okay. Whatever the availability of water for the seed germination, that is called as the critical water level. Okay. Water, it also has some function. It is responsible for smoothening of seed coats, smoothening of seed coats. It involves in physiological changes. Physiological changes means what? Metabolism takes place. For metabolism, there is need of water. For the activation of enzymes, there is need of water. So water is very important. And seeds below critical water level will not germinate. Seeds below critical water level. The minimum requirement of water for seed germination is called as critical water level. If the seeds have water below the critical level, then the seed will not germinate. That is very important. Then second one is temperature. Temperature is responsible for maintaining the physiological activity or metabolic changes. This is also responsible for activating enzymes. Temperature. What optimum temperature is required? Optimum temperature needed for metabolism. What is that optimum temperature means? A temperature at which enzyme activity is maximum. That is called as optimum temperature. At the optimum temperature, all metabolic activities will become active and the process will be more. See what happens at low temperature. If temperature is very less, at low temperature, there is inactivation of the enzymes. Enzymes inactivate. Enzymes will be inactive at very low temperature. Here at very high temperature, the same enzymes will undergo denaturation. Enzymes will denature at very more temperature, and at very low temperatures enzymes will get inactivated. So to even more lesser, too less temperature is not suitable for seed germination. Too high temperature is not suitable for seed germination. What is normal range of temperature? Normal temperature in more plants. in majority of plants, normal temperature for seed germination is 15 to 30 degrees centigrade. 15 to 30 degrees of temperature is suitable for the germination of seed in majority of plants. In tropical plants, in tropical plants, 15 degrees to 25 degrees centigrade is enough, whereas in temperate zones, temperate plants have very less temperature that have an optimum temperature of 5 to 10 degrees centigrade for seed germination. For seed germination, tropical plants need a temperature between 15 to 25 degrees centigrade. For temperate plant seed germination, there must be availability of temperature between 5 to 10 degrees centigrade. If temperature is not between 5 to 10 degrees centigrade in temperate plants, then the seeds will not germinate. Someone is leaving the meeting and they are rejoining. Now I am locking the meeting. Now meeting is locked. No one can join. If you are leaving the meeting and joining again, I will do the same. Once the class is started, immediately after 10 minutes, I will enable this option in future classes. So that you must join within 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, you will not be allowed to class. Don't be over smart. These fellows are finding many ways to disturb the class. That is the role of temperature. Then, third one is oxygen. Oxygen is very important for seed germination. Oxygen is highly essential for seed germination. It is highly essential because for the respiration processes, there is seed germinating processes there now, especially at the beginning of respiration, at the beginning of the seed germination, there is high rate of seed respiration. At beginning, there is high rate of metabolism or aerobic respiration. In respiration chapter of plant physiology 11th, we might study which part of plant has the highest rate of aerobic respiration. Means highest rate of respiration is seen in germinating seeds. When seed coat is ruptured, then the oxygen may enter the seed and it carries aerobic respiration, and there is release of energy. With the help of that energy, seeds will germinate. Especially at the beginning of seed germination, what we can say aerobic respiration. Wait. At the beginning of seed germination, there is anaerobic respiration. At the beginning, seed, wait, I will erase the point and write again. At the beginning, seeds respire anaerobically. Without oxygen, there is metabolism is taking place. Once a seed coat ruptures, the embryo is exposed to air and there is availability of water. When seed coats got ruptured, the embryo gets oxygen and aerobic respiration is at maximum rate. Aerobic respiration takes place at high rate when seed coats are ruptured and oxygen is available. So for that high rate of aerobic respiration, there is availability of oxygen. that is responsible for release of that energy. Okay, if O2 absent, no food digestion in embryo and no respiration, so that no seed germination. Seeds will not germinate. One point we can see here, especially when we are placing the seeds in soil, we need to place the soil just below the surface of soil. If seeds are placed very deep of the soil, very depth of the soil, if we sow the seeds at more depth, the seeds will fail to germinate because there is no availability of water. If seeds are at more depth in soil, they fail to germinate as oxygen is not available at more depth. If seeds are sown at more depth, then oxygen may not available at more depth of the soil, so that seeds fail to germinate. Then next property or next factor which is influencing the rate of seed germination, light. All plants do not need, or all seeds, you can write, all seeds do not need light for germination. There is no need of light by all seeds for germination. Need of light. If seeds are requiring, if seeds need light for germination, then they are called as positive photoblastic seeds. If there is no need of light by seed for germination, no need of light, then it is called negative photoblastic seed. But majority of seeds do not need light for germination. Light is not much important for seed germination. The light which is the seeds which require light for germination are called positive photoblastic seeds. Seeds which do not need light for germination are called negative photoblastic seeds. 1 second please. Now also it is glaring. Okay, we can complete within short time. These are environmental factors that can affect seed germination. Then next factor, which is a biological factor, seed viability and vigor. Seed viability and vigor is a factor that can influence the rate of seed germination. Capacity of seed to germinate into seedling is called seed viability. I told you. What is seed viability? Capacity of seed to develop into seedling is seed viability. That seed viability is different for different species, I told you. Okay, the viability of seed varies in different plants. It is depending on the method of storage. It depends on storage method of seed, that means the preservation of method of seed, healthiness of parents. If parent plant is healthy, then healthy seeds will develop. And maturation of seed, if fruit is fully matured, then seed will also fully mature. That matured seeds have fully matured embryo, so that it can germinate very easily. It is depending on method of storage, healthiness of the parents, and maturation of the seed, even age of the seed also. Age of the seed. These are the factors that can influence the seed viability. Okay, I told you already, seeds of lupine tree have viability around 10,000 years. Seeds of Phoenix dactylifera have the viability for about 2,000 years. Seeds of Nelumbo have the viability of 1,000 years, I told you. That is viability. Then what is vigor of the seed? Vigor. The ability of seedling to establish itself in the soil is called seed vigor. Ability of seedling, once a seed is germinated, then it is called as viability. Seedling is formula, it has the capacity to establish itself in soil and carry independent life without depending on other. It can establish into new plants. That is called what? Vigor. What is independence means? Normally, seed will develop into seedling. Once seedling is formed, then it can establish itself within the soil and it starts living independently. Independently means it can generate its own food. Photosynthesis begins here. That condition is called what? Seed vigor or germinating vigor. This is based on genetic character. Vigor is based on genetic factors. Genetic factors are determining the vigor. Okay, that means what is the vigor? What is the role of vigor means? As it is able to establish itself in the soil and start its independent life, the seedling can choose a better place for living. Where our favorable conditions are there, in that place it can better grow. That is vigor. Then next property is seed dormancy. I told you already. What is seed dormancy? The inactive state of embryo where physiological activities are minimized or decreased for a particular period of time. That is called what? Seed dormancy. Seed dormancy is inactive states of the seed in which growth and other physiological factors of the embryo, growth and other physiological characters of embryo are decreased for a particular period of time. It is inactive states in which seed enters inactive states in which growth and metabolic activities of embryo are minimized or fully stopped. They are minimized, they are stopped, or inactive states, that growth and metabolic activities of embryo are stopped or minimized for a period of time. That is called as seed dormancy. Seed dormancy. The seed dormancy is different from different plants. Some plants like rice, maize will germinate immediately after dispersal. Rice, maize, they have no dormancy. Seeds of rice and maize can germinate immediately after the dispersal, after reaching the ground. Okay. Seeds of that Avicennia rhizopus, they can grow viviparously. But in majority of plants, we can see seed dormancy. We can find a dormancy in Lodicea plants. Lodicea, L-O-D-O-I-C-E-A. In Lodicea plants, there is 10 to 12 years of dormancy. 10 to 12 years of seed dormancy is recorded in a plant called as Lodicea. L-O-D-O-I-C-E-A. This is about seed dormancy. Just 5 minutes, I will complete this topic. Copy that, then we'll proceed. Okay then. What are the factors that can affect seed dormancy? Factors affecting dormancy. There are many factors which can affect the seed dormancy. Among them, rough, thick, or impermeable seed coats. Is one reason. If a seed coat is smooth or thin or permeable, then water will enter. But when seed coat is rough or thick or impermeable, water will not enter the seed. As water do not enter the seed, seed will not germinate. So that is causing this, what? Seeds will enter an inactive state called as what? Dormancy. This type of dormancy can be broken by scarification. What is scarification means? Treating seeds with concentrate acids like H2SO4. If seeds are treated with concentrated acids, then seed coat will become thin or smooth. If seed coat is becoming thin or smooth or permeable, then water will enter the seed and the seed will germinate. So what is the reason for dormancy? Presence of a thick seed and impermeable seed coat is one reason for dormancy. That type of dormancy we can break up by scarification. Second method of dormancy. What is second cause? Immature embryo. Inside the seed, embryo is there. If embryo is fully matured, then embryo will germinate into seedling. But during the seed, if seed is not fully matured, seed is broken down or detached from the plant before its maturation, then embryo will also be immature. That will cause this dormant stage. This type of seed or dormancy can be broken by applying or by subjecting atmosphere for embryo development. Some atmospheric conditions are applied. When that atmospheric conditions are applied, that immature embryo, what is present in seed, will be fully matured. Embryo will grow very more, and that embryo will become more active, and matured embryo will form. That matured embryo will overcome the dormancy. That is one. Then third one is dormant embryo. If embryo itself is becoming dormant, normally seeds are entering dormancy, but here embryo is entering the dormancy. This is overcome, that is broken down by chilling treatment. What is chilling treatment means? Subjecting the seeds to very cool temperatures. Very cold temperatures. That is called as chilling treatment. In this chilling treatment, 0 to 10 degrees centigrade temperature is used. When the embryo is in dormant condition, if we apply a temperature of 0 to 10 degrees centigrade, then the dormant embryo will overcome the dormancy. That is the point. Wait, I will explain I will clarify your doubts. Then, fourth one, germination inhibitors. Germination inhibitors. What are germination inhibitors means? Like what? Some phytohormones are there, na? Phytohormones are there. Like ABA, abscisic acid. Plant growth regulators. Abscisic acid is a negative regulator of plant growth. In plant growth and development, we will come across abscisic acid is a phytohormone or a plant hormone which decreases the growth. If germination inhibitor like abscisic acid is present, then it will cause the more dormancy and seeds will not germinate. This type of dormancy can be broken by repeated soaking of water. Repeated soaking in water. If seeds have plant hormones like abscisic acid, then the seeds will not enter. Instead of germination, they will enter an inactive state called dormancy. Okay. That type of dormancy can be broken down by repeated soaking of seeds in water. Seeds are put in water and soaked repeatedly. When they are soaked repeatedly, the phytohormones which are present in seeds, they are removed from seed into water. Then seeds will germinate. Then strophiolor plugs. Strophiolor plug. Strophiolor plug means a structure. Normally the members of Fabaceae, they have a structure which is near the micropyle or seed pore that will prevent the water entry. This is structure at seed pore prevents entry of water inside the seed. Due to this strophiolor plug, which is a structure present near the seed pore, this will not allow the water to enter the seed. If water is not entered the seed, the seeds fail to germinate. That leads a dormancy stage. This can be broken by rupturing of seeds on hard surface. The seeds are taken, they are kept in a hard surface and they are ruptured. When they are ruptured, that strophaeal plugs will get detached or removed from the seed, then seeds will germinate, the dormancy can be overcome. This is about the reasons of dormancy, how to overcome the dormancy. Okay.